You're right there, Mark here. Wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful time of year, whatever you're celebrating or you may not be celebrating, whether it's Hanukkah, Yule, Christmas, whatever it is. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely time, and I wish you all a fantastic new year, 2025. But yes, with coming up to the end of the year, a lot of us do look back at the previous year, the pros, the cons, what we wish we could have, what we are very happy with, and to learn from those and put those into the new year. And creating content in one form or another, as a person that loves to create content, you look at that and you do look back to see what you have done. uh, Building miniatures, painting, video editing, the whole works. All right, you can kind of insert example, and I am so grateful for the support on the platforms. It has been one very involved year. It has been one very involved year on camera and off camera. And yes, I can't thank you all enough. Old supporters, new supporters, and future supporters, hopefully. So it got me thinking of what has been great on the channel for me personally, because I have been quite scatterbrained, been trying to find myself again, creatively. And I just wrote down a few little bullet points of stuff that I have been enjoying. And I do think people on the channel have been enjoying, I would hope. And so if I get this right, I do hope so. The dropfleet stuff has been surprisingly well received. Is in the smaller vein of the stuff that I've been doing, but from the general response I'm getting back, people are enjoying it, which is great. I love it because it's so different from the stereotypical stuff that I have been doing in the past. The scale's very different. It's spaceships. It's just nice and refreshing. It's not going to replace any of the stuff that I have been doing in the past, but it's just nice to have one of these palette cleanser kind of projects. I do enjoy it because it is so different. I am very happy with basically all but completing my Black Templar force. I do have plans to replace certain miniatures in the force with more unique and bespoke ones down the line, but it's a similar thing as well. The paint scheme for it and stuff like that can be perceived as very simplistic, but that's one of its strengths. I can come back to it, as I said, for a palette cleanse if I ever need it to revitalize my creativity. But I just love the general response I get for the Black Templar Force because it is so different. It is so different. Yes, it is not your stereotypical painted, heavy metal style. I've never said it was, but I just enjoy it's mine and it's unique and it's different. I love that. Um, Bringing up then another thing on the channel that I've been very happy about and the general feedback is my discussional videos on just wargaming topics from rules, the news that may be going on that's kind of more prevalent for me personally. I feel more attached to it. Uh, Discussions about 3D printing and how the industry is changing and how well it may need to change going forward. I always try and be careful with those kind of discussional videos because they can be a very hot topic. But I do try and come in as well informed as I can to make sure it's not like overly biased or anything like that. This is like, here's all the information. Here's like why I think this, but here's all the information. Go and make your own decision. That's what I personally try to do. Um, and that kind of leads into like the 3D printing side, the one-page rule side of it that I do want to revisit in future discussions. The old world kind of stuff as well that I was doing. Do need to revisit the dwarf faction, but I just liked how people seemed to get behind me when I was doing those like signpost kind of videos, being like, oh, you may enjoy wanting to play Dark Elf in Warhammer Fantasy or One Page Rules Regiments, or, you know, insert X game here. And me just going, have a look at these or have a look at those. It was nice, and I was getting sculptor creators contacting me about it. So that may be something I will revisit in the new year. I do like that kind of stuff, in all fairness. But just from like maybe stepping away from the content creation, but it's part of this, it has been one very busy year when it comes to actually going out and meeting some lovely people. A lot of you know I live down in Cornwall, southwest England, so it takes a fair old chunk of time to get out of the county. So going up to GriffCon to meet some very, very lovely people up there. The birthday celebrations I had in November up in Warhammer World, loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was nice and small and quaint, but I do want to do that again if I can this coming year. And maybe make it more of a regular thing. It was just lovely. It was lovely and wholesome. And then Cornwall had its first like true games expo not that long ago, and it was a real big success, and I am so happy about that. I am definitely going to be going back, and most definitely want it to grow and flourish. I will be doing a video on that as well. As you can kind of gather, there's a lot of ideas going around in my head, but I do have a list of stuff that I want to go over with you shortly and get your feedbacks on it. But one of the biggest milestones that I've got to thank everyone for, because I never thought I'd actually get there, is the channel hit 3,500 plus subscribers. 3,500, and I think at this moment in time recording 4 subscribers. I know I'm still a small fish. I'm never gonna be a big fish. I'm not in any delusion of that. But to hit 4 digits, let alone 3 lots of 4 digits in this day and age, is a huge accomplishment. And I am so, so grateful for everyone that has and currently and hopefully will in the future. I am so, so grateful. I do want to do something about the YouTube memberships and stuff like that to give more of a reward for people to, you know, go above and beyond to really thank them. So, you know, keep your ear to the ground. There is stuff in the pipeline for that. But without me waffling on and boring you lot, I do have plans for in the new year, because the biggest thing I've had this year is I have been very scatterbrained. I've been here, there, and everywhere, and my creative lulls have been more pronounced for numerous different reasons. And it's not fair on you lot, it's not fair on me, it's not fair on anyone. So I do want to have a plan going forward, and I do want to try and stay to it the best as I can. But I did reach out to the community and had some amazing feedback and ideas passed on about doing stuff in cycles. Maybe like 6 weeks to 2 months of cycles, and then move on to another one, and then come back and revisit them. So it's in a constant cycle, so I'm not getting bored, but I'm getting stuff done. I'm not flip-flopping and never get things finished. So the Dropfleet Commander thing is going to be a tick over staple on the channel. I personally love it because, as I said, it's very different, it's very refreshing. If I get burnt out with X project, I do feel myself that I can turn back to the UCM fleet and just enjoy it. I could build a couple ships and paint them on stream or video, whatever, and get those creative juices going. Similar to the Black Templars. Black Templars are just going to pop up every once in a while. They're not going to be a continuous thing, but they may be more of a thing on Twitch. I'm going to use the Dropfleet and the Black Templars to be that refresher if I struggle creatively, And in that same vein is going to be my two different variants of dwarves. My Votan, sci-fi dwarves, and my old world fantasy 3D printed dwarves. So those four are going to be my creative. If I need a lull, I'll grab them out, I'll paint them on stream or something with you lovely lot. Hopefully they're chatting away just to get it going, because I need to have those pick-me-ups. The big project that I'm hoping to really bite my teeth into will be Bolt Action. 8th Army, Desert Rats. There is an escalation league running down my neck of the woods, done by the lovely people Roll the Dice, who done the game's Expo. I'm really, really excited. Last time I played Bolt Action was in like first edition, and oh my god, that's so long ago. I'm basically in a reset. So I do have a series coming out in the next, hopefully, fortnight about that. Now, another one that's going to be interesting is, because I personally love doing it, is the 3D printing project / discussion videos, discussing the pros and cons, how you may want to get into 3D printing, what you can find online, redirecting maybe people like I've done with the fantasy projects of going, oh, do you like the look of these dark elves? Go this direction. That will be a thing. That'll be a nice tick over, because I do think that is what brought a lot of people into the channel, and I do want to encourage people to look around in, you know, the wargaming realm, to just support your creativity. I'm not saying go down with any particular firm out there. I'm not saying that at all. But maybe, you know, you like the look of a particular game system, but you may not be able to afford the models or something like that. But you do have a friend that can 3D print for you, and you found some really lovely proxy models that you prefer. Use those instead. Great example, one-page rules. Miniature agnostic, you can use the miniatures of your choice to go in it. That leads on to returning to an old staple I had way back when, terrain videos, where I showcase using 3D printing to, you know, work on a board or, you know, scatter terrain, so on and so forth, but also then going through the old classic terrain building books. I got 2 of them, and just showing how it can be done for, you know, very, very little investment, cost and time wise, building those buildings and seeing how they hold up, maybe to more classic ones. But in that vein as well is, I hopefully down the line will be reviewing and building some kits that I've been able to acquire, just to show people what you can do, you know, whether it's skirmishes or full-blown armies or role plays like Dungeons and Dragons and Frostgrave and stuff like that. That then leads into one that's going to be a little bit further down the line, but I do have big plans to do it, that I've been working on little by little in the background, and that's getting battle reports onto the channel. I did have a battle report of Underworlds with me and my partner way back when, and I do want to bring them onto the channel and really have a push on the setting that the battle reports are in and the narrative behind it. Because for better or for worse, the competitive side is covered. You know, it is covered. There's plenty of channels out there that do it, and they know what they're doing. They've got great production quality and stuff like that. And they're very entertaining for you to learn how the game systems work, how the armies work, and so on and so forth. But for me personally, I want my stuff more on the narrative side. Why these forces playing against each other, what's going on, having a reason why. Okay? Which then, one of the final parts of it is then my Dark Angels. The Dark Angels is probably going to be one of the biggest projects going forward for the channel. It's a 2-part special. I got my 40k variant, which is to grow a nice mix tri-wing with the assistance from Great Eyed Studios, who have been absolutely amazing and knocking it out of the park with their designs. I built, they're in my cabinet up there, I can see them. The Leviathan set, which I've done a video on, I need to paint them. I need to just crack on with the successor chapters and stuff like that. And then doing a 180 and working on my Heresy Dark Angels Legion. I have a lot of Dark Angel Heresy models, and I love the lore. I love the books. I listen to them, audiobooks, when I go on drives and stuff like that. I just absolutely adore it, and I think I need to bring it back for my own creativity. And that's one thing that I may be then doing in battle reports is more Heresy, Zone Mortalis ones and stuff like that. And reasons for that. But that is basically the crux of the videos. There will be other things thrown in, discussional videos. I will be returning the streaming to Twitch and YouTube. As I said, it's just been absolutely manic. When I get home from work and stuff like that, I'm got adult chores to do, and then I am shattered. I am absolutely shattered, and I don't want to be streaming and being an absolute bore. I do know this video is going on for a while, but I just want to be open and honest and let you all know what's going on. But there are some very special goals that I'm trying to aim for in the next year. I'm gonna be cheeky, and I would love to hit like 5,000 subscribers by this time next year. I would do something really special if we hit that. Giveaways or something. Something really, really special. I do want to do members only vlog videos, so update videos for like the end of the month to show what's been going on behind the scenes at the end of the month or the beginning of the month. So, you know, if you are a member, you get to see behind the scenes kind of stuff. Because I'm still very transparent on Instagram and Discord and stuff like that, which are links down below to let people know what's going on. But I want to have something a bit special, like, you know, showing stuff to reward the people that are going above and beyond. However, a massive thank you to the support on Twitch and YouTube of people supporting my printer issues that have been going on. Fingers crossed in the new year I will be upgrading my setup for the Mark 6 printing services, which will then go into the terrain videos and the 3D printing videos. So it's a two-part special. And finally, I am hopefully doing collaborations with content creators in the new year, because we're not an island. You know, there are lovely, lovely people out there, so I really do hope to be able to do stuff with collaborations in the future, whether it's collaboration streams, collaboration videos, discussions with people on subjects and stuff. That is something that I am looking at doing. But yes, this video is getting very, very long-winded, and I got to thank everyone. Thank you again so very, very, very much. I can't thank you enough. Honestly, it has been one of the main things that's been pushing me forward this year. But yes, I'm waffling. Thank you again so very much. If you like what you're hearing, please give a thumbs up. Please comment down below. All right, your feedback is so important to me. So important. But yes, take care of yourself. Take care of your loved one. Enjoy the rest of 2024, and hope to see all of you in 2025. Ta-ra for now. If you've enjoyed the video and the content on the channel, why not throw a subscribe? And if you do so, don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified of all future content coming out. But on top of that, we have YouTube memberships now, starting from as little as £1 a month. All pennies go to supporting the channel, and you get plenty of rewards in the process. Thank you again, and I'll catch you in the next one.